Hello everyone, it's me, your General Manager, Quack Aldis, and I am here to welcome you to the inaugural fight of Total Bardic Combat. These 4 teams you see represented before you are going to be fighting over the next 6 weeks for the amazing Warlord Championship belt. Ooh. Our teams are the Triassic 5, a team of dinosaurs from the probably Triassic period. We have the Green Bruisers, the team of orcs led by the indomitable Cody Trax. We have the Lord of the Rings, the team of hobbits from Monte Cristo, led by Pinta Medea, and of course, the Heavy Pounders from the Human Realms, and they are led by the great Bulk Bogan. The fans are clearly excited and getting a bit rowdy, so I think it is time for us to begin. And our first fight will be the Heavy Pounders versus the Green Bruisers.
Hello everyone, I'm Dave, your disembodied announcer voice, and it is my honour and privilege to narrate what is going on in these fine matches of Rumbleslam. Today we see the Green Bruisers taking on the Heavy Pounders, and in the bottom right corner we have those same Green Bruisers. We have Andre the Hill Giant, the resident troll. Next to him is Cody Trax, the Orc American Nightmare. On the bottom rope, we have Kurt Anklebreaker, flanked by the goblins Norbert and Harris. And in the top left, we have the human team, Bulk Bogan, the ogre. Behind his ogre mass, there is Slamwise Gamgee and Footlock Baggins, the 2 hobbits. And up on the top rope, we have got Centurion King and CM Guttersnipe. Now, to find out who's going to be the first person to throw a punch, it is only fair. It is the 2 big guys. We have Andre the Hill Giant with an initiative of 3, and we have Bulk Bogan also with an initiative of 3. The humans have the initiative this time, so they get to go first. As the first person to swing, Bulk Bogan is going to bounce off of the ropes and then take his movement, and he is going to go straight up against Andre the Hill Giant. If the one big guy can take down the other one, that's going to be a massive deal for the rest of the team. He's going to go for a choke slam. He's going in, and he gets a 6 to hit, followed by a 4 to dodge. That is going to be a knockdown and 2 damage on the troll. Andre the Hill Giant in return is going to stand up, and he is going to stand up straight into a spinning spine buster. Going to try and kick him and knock him down, getting 6 on the attack versus 6 on the defense. He misses with the attack. It is all going still to play for. He's slowly regenerating as well, so that injury is probably not as bad as it first looks. As we're now going to have to actually start trying to pile on the damage on both sides, so I think it is time for Cody Trax to take on CM Guttersnipe. So CM Guttersnipe gets 2. Cody Trax, so 4 versus 2. Cody Trax is going next. See, Gutter Snipe is moving up to here, and then he's launching himself off of the ropes with a clothesline straight into Andre the Hill Giant. If we can keep him down, he'll stay down. It's not an amazing thing, but it happens to be true. Only one to hit. Oh no. That's no defense. Andre the Hill Giant has been taken down by a puny human. That is also another point of damage, taking him back down from what he regenerated. And now all we can do is have Andre the Hill Giant can watch, and we can watch with him as our amazing human brawler just starts laying into him. There's going to be 2 punches, 1 silver, 1 copper, with +1 advantage, while knock down your defense is 0. That is 1 damage and 2 more damage. That is it's all piling up on poor Andre the Hill Giant as we go into Cody Tracks. They're backed into a corner, and when orcs are backed into a corner, they strike. Cody Tracks is going to go up onto the turnbuckle, where he is going to do his jaw dropper, jumping over behind Bulk Bogan, and he is going to smash him in the face. That is 3 silver +1 success for 8 successes. Oh my god. 3 silvers on the defense for 2. That is a lot of damage. We have also beaten him by 6. That is an extra 2 damage. He is dazed as well. Oh my word. Oh my word. That is 5 damage, and that's what he is -1 action point and movement point next turn. That is half his health, and that's a whole bunch of debuffs for the next round. This is why Cody Tracks is Dark American Nightmare. He is now going in for a headlock just to try and reduce his defense to 0. That is 6 successes. Oh my god. Oh my god. The grappling on the for the poor ogre is way less dice for nothing. Oh no. Yeah, that is 2 more damage, and he is also knocked down, and he's being headlocked, and no, he's not. Headlock's not a knockdown. He gets back up again. But yes, he is now defense 0 as we go into another round of everyone beat each other up. This is relentless. Relentless. I think it's going to have to be Kurt Anklebreaker versus... Yeah, it's going to have to be Centurion King. Centurion King gets 2. Kurt Anklebreaker also gets 2. The humans still have the initiative, so Kurt Anklebreaker is going second. Centurion King is going to move in using a rope attack to really get in and try and save his mate. Going to go in for the leg lock, which is kind of he's good at. Silver, copper, and +1 success for 2. And 2 on the defense is 3. Not enough for a reversal, but still, I think he's just going to go for a regular grapple, try and do some damage to the orc. You get 3 versus 4. Again, nothing can stop the Orc American Nightmare. As we go into Cody Tracks' buddy, Kurt Ankle Smasher, who is hopefully going to take down Bulk Bogan. Kurt Ankle Smasher is going to use his mate's ability. He's going to jump up onto the rope. He is also going to jump down and he's going to use Das Splat. That is 3 silver. It is currently defense 0, so whatever he rolls is good. 1 success. 1 success is really all he needs. It's 2 damage, and that is also knockdown. So he is knocked down and pinned and everything else. So it is time to now just punch him in the face. We need to do 1 damage. We have got 2 action points left. So 3, yes, okay. That is Bulk Bogan looking stunned. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. But can we get the pin? That is what everyone is now asking. And the pin is... It is going to be 1 copper for the knocked out ogre. 2. Can he beat it? Can he beat it? Can Kurt Ankle Breaker get the first pin of the game? As he goes to 1, 2, 3. Bulk Bogan has been knocked out of the game. Well, that is a shock upset for the humans who are surely counting on the ogre to help them. But now it's time to look out for the little guys. As, yep, it's definitely going to be Slamwise Gamgee taking on Norbert. Slamwise Gamgee has a dexterity of 2 silvers, and Norbert has 3 coppers. Oh, okay, Norbert is going first and is going to steal the initiative from the humans. There's a racist joke in there about goblins if you wanted. I'm not going to make it. The Green Bruisers have really enjoyed the turnbuckle, and Norbert is no exception. He's going up there for the Green Eagle. He is going to jump down and try and hit CM Gutter Snipe. This is a 4 copper action, which is really quite good. 4 hits versus 4 defenses. The goblin is intercepted in midair and just gets slammed onto the ground. He's going to have to resort to just regular punching now, because it's the only thing he's really good at. So, 2 coppers versus a defense of 2 silvers. Oh no. That is 3 successes versus 1. That is a point of damage on CM Gutter Snipe. Second attack. 3 successes versus 3. Still, that is 1 hit. That is better than I honestly thought we were going to get from poor old Norbert, as Slamwise Gamgee comes into the post. Slamwise Gamgee is going to move down here and engage in a flying headbutt straight into the back of Cody Trax. It's 2 successes versus 3 successes. He misses. Oh no. That's real bad. I think he's just going to go for a couple of punches. He's got 2 action points left. So that is going to be +1 success. So that's 1 versus 5. That is a reversal, which means he immediately ends his activation. Oh dear. Oh, very dear. The last 2 people to go are Harris and, of course, Footlock Baggins. Harris has, as the initiative holder, Harris has 2, while Footlock Baggins gets 2. Harris retains. Harris is also going to the turnbuckle, and he is going to use the Snot Drop on CM Gutter Snipe. Snot Drop has 3 coppers for 3 successes versus 2 silvers on the defense for 1. It's only 2 damage, but it all adds up. As I say in this game, it's all about doing a little bit more damage each time. Next up, we're just going to go for a couple of basic grapples to finish this off. We have got 3 actions left, so just try and do a little bit of a chokehold on this guy. No. Second one. No. And third one. No. Wow. Maybe go for the neck of someone you aren't, much, much shorter than. Wouldn't that be useful? As we go for Footlock Baggins. Lastly, Footlock Baggins is going to bounce off the rope and run in behind Harris, where he is going to attempt a sleeper hold. Gets 1 dice plus 1 for 1 success versus 2 dice. It's not enough for a reversal, but it's still a miss. He's going to keep going. He has 3 action points left, and he's going to keep trying to grab the guy. Another sleeper hold for 1 versus 1, and a regular grapple. Does nothing either. It turns out halflings and goblins are not as good as ogres and trolls in the gladiatorial combat. At the end of round 1, and Andre the Hell Giant regenerates a point of health as we go into round 2.
Bogan? Yes, me little buddy? I have a question for you. Why are you so handsome, smart, cool, and attractive? Well, my little buddy, I have one simple answer. I subscribed to Chippers One's YouTube channel. It's the best thing you can do with a single click, and it means everyone will think you're awesome. Really? Does it make you that cool? Or just look at me. I subscribed, and now I'm huge. I used to be smaller than you. Really, it works? Yes, subscribing to Chippers One gives you muscle mass. That sounds highly unlikely. Well, there's only one way to find out, me old mate. Go on, give it a go.
It's round 2, and the atmosphere remains electric at the BFR Performance Center, and we are going straight into it as Andre the Hell Giant is going to try and stand up before CM Gutter Snipe can take him down. Andre the Hell Giant gets 3 versus nothing. Andre the Hell Giant retains the initiative. Gonna stand up, and he is going to do awful, awful things to this tiny human you can barely see. He is specifically going to do a spinning spine buster. This is going to be painful, kids. Do not try this at home. 3 silver dice on the attack for 4 versus 1 whole silver dice on the defense for nothing. Oh no, that is an additional point of damage. That's got him down to 2. He's only on 2 health. He is looking very dazed out there. Speaking of which, it also does the dazed condition, which is, that's a boo, which for dazed is definitely on here somewhere. This book is quite tricky to navigate, kids. That is 1 AP and 1 MP counter down. He's going to be slower. He's going to be weaker. In return, CM Gutter Snipe is going to do the only thing he can do in this situation, which is just 3 punches directly into the troll's face. Starting with 2, he gets +1 success, and that's 1. That is a point of damage on the troll. Can he keep this up for another 2 before the goblins almost certainly take him down? That is 3 versus 3. That's 4 versus 3. That is another point. And lastly, that is 6 versus 3. That is not enough for a crit, but it is the troll down to half health. This is vital stuff, but can his allies capitalize on it? We will find out as Footlock Baggins is going to try and outspeed Cody Rhodes. Cody Tracks, you heard the right one. The joys of pun names. To go first, Footlock Baggins gets nothing. Cody Tracks remains the Orc American Nightmare and is going to turn his attention to Slamwise Gamgee. Not being particularly happy with the backstrike from Slamwise Gamgee. He's going to go in for a headlock. He's going to get 9 versus the 1 copper in defense. Beat by 9 is immediately reduces your opponent's stamina to 0. That is him. He is out, which means he can go in for the pin with his second action point. Get nothing versus nothing. Going to try again. We have a third action point for 2 successes. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Third action point. Oh no! This guy should not be so hard to beat. Look, the ogre is proving harder to pin than the hobbit. The other way around. It's too exciting. Oh my god! 3, 1, 2, 3. The halfling has been taken out. But that did use all of Cody Trax's action points, leaving Footlock Baggins free to do whatever the hell he wants. The heavy pounders are desperate to do something, so Footlock Baggins is going to move in there and is going to attempt a sleeper hold on Andre the Hill Giant. He has 1 copper plus 1 for 1 success, 3 silvers to take it back. Not enough for a reversal, which means he can try it again. He's going to attempt it. If he can get a sleeper hold, he's going to knock down the Hill Giant for 4 successes versus 5. Oh, it's not quite enough. Oh, that's a shame. Eventually, he's just going to go for just 1 last grapple attack, just try to get some health off of him. 1 success. Versus 3, nothing. But he is currently thrashing about on Andre the Hill Giant's neck. It is quite undignified, but it's very, very cool to watch. Next up, it's going to have to be Kurt Anklebreaker trying to take on Centurion King. That's going to be Kurt Anklebreaker is going to get 3, Centurion King 2. The Orcs retain initiative. Going back to the turnbuckly well, Kurt Anklebreaker is now going to do the splat on Footlock Baggins. Come down here, lands on top of him. That is 3 copper on the attack for nothing. Can this be? I don't think it can be reversed. But yeah, no, that is in a dodge. That is not fantastic if we're being 100% honest. Just going to try punching him in the face now. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Getting 4 successes versus 2. That is a point of damage. And on the last action point, getting 4 successes versus 3. That is another point of damage. It's not much, but it is literally better than nothing. In a desperate attempt to be the Troll Slayer, Centurion King is going to move down here, and he is going to attempt the leg lock on the troll. He gets 1 success, so only because he gets +1, versus 5. That is an instant reversal. That ends his turn. Now, this is where things get quite nasty, because the Orcs have 2 more members. They just get to beat up CM Guttersnipe for a bit. We are going to start with Norbert, who you can't see, but I promise you is down here. And he is, just going to start punching CM Guttersnipe. Norbert is going to bounce off the ropes straight into CM Guttersnipe for a pin missile. Gets 2 dice +1 for 4. Defensive 4. He's going to do it again. He's right next to the ropes. Boom, boom. For 4 versus 2. That is 2 points of damage, which is enough to send CM Guttersnipe to the floor, where, with his last action point, Norbert is going to try and pin him. CM Guttersnipe gets nothing. 1, 2, 3. No! CM Guttersnipe kicks out at 2.5. Unfortunately for him, Harris is right there ready to just jump on as well. He has 5 attempts at this. First up, no successes for CM Guttersnipe. 1, 2, 3. Harris has pinned CM Guttersnipe as well. This is going so badly for the heavy pounders. Harris is now going to turn his attentions to Footlock Baggins. Footlock only has 3 health left. There's not a huge amount he can do. But you know what he could do, which is very, very funny to me. He can go back, and then he can use the he can go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the turnbuckle, where he can use the snot drop. Jumping in, back down. That is 3 coppers for 3 successes versus defense of 1 silver. That is no successes. Snot drop does 2 damage. Means we've still got 2 points, 2 action points left to basically win this now. It is going to be the one, the only. I mean, just punch him in the face, basically. It's going to be so 3 versus defensive silver. That is enough to knock him down. And then 1 last action point to attempt to pin. No. 1, 2, 3. Footlock Baggins is down. It is time for round 3, where surely Centurion King can do something about this full team of orcs, even as Andre the Hilljoint regenerates himself. We are down to what is certainly going to be the finale, as Centurion King attempts to fight Andre the Hillgiant. I was talking to him in the locker backstage, and Centurion King said he won't stop fighting until the fight is done. And with a 0 for Andre the Hillgiant, and a 0 for... that is going to be Andre the Hillgiant going first. He is going to turn around, leaving Centurion King just a little bit of time to really, really consider his life choices. Yeah, he's going to use his spinning spine buster for 3 silvers. That is 4 successes versus a 2 silver defense. 1 success. That is going to be 1 damage, but more importantly, that is going to be a daze. The last thing that Centurion King wants now is a cheer, which is a knockdown, and it's a penalty to basically everything. -1 speed, -1 action point. Oh no, he is knocked down, he is stunned. I think Andre the Hill Giant is just going to try and end it now. He is going to try and do a pin. This is going to be 4 copper because, let's be real here, he's almost full health, but there's only 2 successes. Rolling on 3 dice. 1, 2, 3. Andre the Hill Giant pins the last human defender, and the Green Bruisers are the first champions on the way to the Warlord's belts.
Greetings, mortal. I am Mike Clavicle, and I am here to interview the first winners, the Green Bruisers. Cody Trax, how do you feel about this historic occasion?
Well, Mike, we played the game, we played it well, and I think at the end of the day, we're going to go all the way to championships. Yeah! Wah!
An excellent insight. See you next week, mortals.